socialism, and we're got to pay it back in tax money, and it's going to devalue our currency. It would help things compared to just giving it to offshore banks to give it to the public. I mean, it makes them dependent. It makes them make bad decisions. I mean, of course the bankers suckered you. Of course they got you in debt and then pulled the economy out from under you. That's how they consolidate and set up the world government they're setting up this weekend, called a New World Order. Kucinich battle with Kashkari went as follows, according to Washington Blogspot report. I assure you, the secretary is passionate about this, Kashkari said. Passionate about what, Kucinich said? About helping homeowners, Kashkari replied. Where? Kucinich asked sarcastically. What country? We are using all the tools available to ease the credit crisis, Kashkari said. Let me give you an example. Kucinich interrupted Kashkari and continued his harangue. Well, because Kashkari had already 5 or 6 times with Kucinich refused to answer the question and smiled at him like he'd just eaten a canary, the big Cheshire cat. Look, I mean, the guy looks like the bad guy from The Mummy. Maybe this is a game to some people in the administration. They're on their way out of office, and they can do whatever they want, said Kucinich, who tried to launch impeachment hearings against Bush. Meanwhile, people are hoping against hope for help with their mortgages. Kashkari tried to explain why the $700 billion, now $5 trillion, $2 trillion, they won't tell you where it went. Man, we're going to hear that $700 billion number forever, folks. Kashkari tried to explain why the $700 billion was not used to buy troubled mortgages, but Kucinich would hear none of it. Shortly after, Representative Darrell Issa told Kashkari, you're here today because Congress is convinced you played a bait and switch and you're not doing anything to convince us otherwise. Well, we don't need him to tell us they did a bait and switch. They did it on the record. But see, that's like a few months ago when oil, was 6 months ago when oil was $150 a barrel and it was $4 at the pump and the dollar was plunging. Perino, the White House press secretary, had all the press conference people going, is it true the dollar's been devalued? Can the president tell us? As if they couldn't look at the currency indexes. And she said, I'm not allowed to answer that. I'd be fired if I told you. I mean, just showing a total breakdown at the White House. Because they run nothing. They're puppets. They're just a front. So he's out there kind of throwing a fit on TV saying, I'll be fired if I tell you. Like we need you to tell us it's a bait and switch? Like we need you to tell us that the dollar's been devalued? I mean, it's amazing. Look, the article is very important. It's up on prisonplanet.com. Let's go viral with this right now. And as more of the videos come online, we will find them and we will post them in the story for you. But it's important. This is a bait and switch. This is a mass crime. As Ron Paul said a month and a half ago here, they need to be criminally indicted for what they're doing. Kashkari, Paulson, Bernanke, they orchestrated the collapse. Now they are looting us and setting up world government. I mean, here's the New York Times. G20 shaping New World Order. Give me a document cam shot. I want to show the prisonplanet.tv viewers. Well, I got to be careful. I wrote Phil Berg's new cell phone number on this. So let me cover it up. There's the this crazy office in here. There it is. I covered up my doodles and his phone number here. Zoom in on that for you. G20 shaping a new world order. Saving you. You can Google New World Order in Google News. There are 59,000 hits. And it's every newspaper you can imagine saying the banks are taking over. We'll pay taxes to them. That will save us. That will end the recession. These are the bastards that orchestrated it. And I know you, as listeners to this show, are fully aware of that, but the general public is not. So please, everyone, get this story. Kashkari accused of bailout, bait and switch during angry hearing. And I want Paul just to add in here that the bankers are orchestrating this by design, and links to all the other great articles he's done, and links to the fact that they orchestrated the whole deal. But there it is. Kashkari accused of bailout, bait and switch during angry hearing. Former Goldman Sachs executive grilled by Kucinich and Issa. But right now, let's go ahead and go to your phone calls, those that have been patiently holding since we got Berg on. Okay, who's up first here? There's too many.
Jamie in PA.
Jamie in Pennsylvania, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Alex.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I just want to make a comment about what these these guys are doing in Congress.
Hey, I'm going to put you on hold. I need to watch my language, and so do you, and I'm going to let you go because of that. I need to learn myself not to be like that, even though these things are very bad, but I have to ban people that use any of that. We have a lot of children listening. It's one thing to say smart A, but I shouldn't even do that. It encourages people. This is homeschooling curriculum a lot of places. We are not going to have that here. And you can be mad at me if you want. You can call back tomorrow, but no call today for doing that. Watch your language, folks, or I will cut you off. Okay? Carl in Montreal, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. How you doing?
Good.
I have an announcement to make, a short announcement. There's a 9/11 Truth event tonight at the University of Toronto at the Sidney Smith Hall starting at 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. There's going to be 3 speakers. One of them is going to be discussing Canada's role in the so-called war on terror. There's going to be Mr. Zaremka from 9/11 Truth Buffalo. He's going to be speaking there. I'm just trying to get the word out. People can go on the internet and look it up and get the word out. So it's a free event. So just trying to pass that word along. That's thanks, Alex.
Okay. Thanks for the plug. Appreciate it. Sounds good. Okay, we're going to go to break. Then I'm going to come back and go to Tony in Canada, Kyle in Georgia, Lindsay in Idaho, Rick in Indiana, and many, many others. But again, we got all these mainstream news articles admitting world governance, banking world governments being set up, world government, New World Order, G20 to implement global financial dictatorship, prisonplanet.com. They're going to charge you money to use cash, just internet censorship openly being announced. I mean, it is all so important, and it's all coming up today. And we've got some of these clips from this hot hearing this morning coming up as well. Stay with me.
Everyone knows that omega-3 should be an essential part of our daily diet.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's keep rolling.
Okay.
No, I mean, we're going to keep rolling here unless I say not to keep rolling. Talking to Hooge down here. I can keep track of all the people's names, all the nicknames in these offices and people in Minnesota and everywhere else. Hey, John?
Yes, sir.
That's yes, Cobra Commander to you. No. That's a joke, folks. We were joking the other day about Cobra Commander
Yes.
being the new president.